Daily confession. Entry number 1. I think my best friend helped bury me, and she smiled while doing it. I used to think Jordan was my person. You know, the one who just got me, the one who showed up, who believed in me louder than I believed in myself. She was always there, front row, clapping while I chased the dream, telling me I was built for more, that I was too bright for a 9 to 5, that I was born to be a name people remember. And I believed her. But here's what I didn't notice. She never told me to slow down. She never asked if I was okay. She never questioned when my dreams started looking like self-destruction. She pushed me. Hard, to post more, party harder, sleep less. Burnout means you're working, she'd say. And I loved her for it. I thought that was support. But the truth, she didn't care where I was going. Only that I kept running, fast enough to crash, hard enough to never look back. When I skipped meals, she said, "You've got that model grind now." When I cried about anxiety, she said, "That's what pressure does to diamonds." When I drank too much, stayed out too late, missed opportunity after opportunity, she told me I was living, but I was dying, bit by bit. And she never stopped me, because she didn't want to be left behind. Because as long as I was spiraling, she didn't have to face that she had no dreams of her own. So she wrapped my ambition in adrenaline and fed it to me like medicine. And I swallowed it like it was love. But love saves you. Love slows you down when you're burning out. Love says no, even when it costs the friendship. She never did. And now I'm sitting here, in a quiet room with doctor's bills, missed calls, and a body begging for peace. Realizing Jordan didn't cheer for my success. She clapped for the crash. So if you've got a ride or die, ask yourself, are they riding for your healing or just your downfall? Daily confession. Entry number 2. The wake-up call. There's a kind of silence that doesn't bring peace. It brings realization. That was this morning. I woke up to a quiet house. My phone dead from unanswered calls, and a body that felt like it had been in a war it didn't remember signing up for. My legs ached. My voice was gone. My mind, fuzzy, loud, blinking red. I dragged myself to the mirror, barely recognizing the girl staring back. Mascara smudged like bruises, eyes dull, smile missing. And in that still terrible moment, I saw it. She left me like this. Worse. She watched me break and called it beautiful. Jordan was gone. Of course, no text, no check-in, just a post. A picture of me from last night. Red lips, hollow eyes, bottle in hand, captioned, "My girl's a savage. No sleep, just slay." Over 100 comments. Fire emojis. "Yes, queen. Grind don't stop." Vibes. But no one saw the crash. No one saw me curled on the bathroom floor 2 hours later, vomiting dreams I could no longer digest. No one saw me whispering, "I can't do this anymore," to no one at all, except her. And she still posted it. That was the moment I knew. This isn't friendship. It's exploitation. And suddenly, all the little moments came flooding back like horror flashbacks. The night I asked if she ever felt scared, and she laughed in my face. The time I said I needed rest, and she booked us 2 events back to back. The way she always called my breakdowns content. The way she made healing sound like quitting. Jordan didn't want me whole. She wanted me viral. She wanted me messy, wild, marketable. And I gave it to her. Because I thought that's what love looked like. But this morning, I didn't just wake up from sleep. I woke up from her spell. And now I'm done. No more curated pain. No more performance. No more crashing for applause. I'm reclaiming my peace, even if I have to crawl through every shard of myself to find it. Because the real ones, they don't film your fall, they catch you. Daily confession. Entry number 3. The night I realized I wasn't coming back. I think the scariest part was how normal it all felt. The night I nearly died, she was laughing. We were at some rooftop launch party she begged me to attend. I hadn't slept in 2 days. I'd only eaten a protein bar in compliments. My heart had been skipping beats since noon, and my hands were shaking so bad I couldn't hold a wine glass without hearing it rattle. I told her I felt weird, like my body was off. She smiled and said, "Girl, you're just leveling up. Your spirit's too big for where you are." And then I blacked out. Not fully, just enough to feel like I left my body and watched the rest happen from the ceiling. I saw her drag me to the side, take my phone, smear on more lipstick, fix my hair, and take a video. I swear to God. I heard her whisper, "Viral gold." Then flash, flash, flash. And the worst part, I smiled in every photo. Some part of me, still programmed to perform, rose from the dead, just to make sure I looked good dying. Later, I woke up on her couch, alone, phone buzzing, comments rolling in. "OMG, you're such a vibe, even when you're tired. Hard work shows, queen. Living the dream." Dream? It felt like a nightmare. My chest hurt. My skin was cold. My soul was quiet. And I realized I didn't want to go back. Not to the parties, not to the grind, not to her. Because this wasn't just burnout. It was betrayal. She didn't miss the signs. She documented them. She made content out of my collapse. She dressed up my death in filters and hashtags. She turned my pain into her platform. And I let her. Until now. So, if you're listening to this, and you've got a Jordan in your life, someone who only claps when you're cracking, someone who calls your cries inspiration and your exhaustion the price of success, run. Because the scariest monsters aren't the ones hiding under the bed. They're the ones holding your hand while you walk straight into hell smiling. Daily confession. Entry number 4. The darkness that followed. I thought leaving would be easy. I thought once I saw the truth, I'd just walk away. But I was wrong. Leaving her felt like cutting off a part of my body. And she made sure I knew it. We started small. Text messages. "I miss you. Are you okay?" But then it turned darker. She came to my apartment one night, uninvited. Her presence was suffocating. I hadn't answered her calls in days. I was finally starting to breathe again. And then she showed up, like a storm waiting to take me back into the chaos. Her eyes were wide, unblinking, too calm, too hungry. "You've been ignoring me." She said it like a threat, but she was smiling, her voice sweet, but her words sharp. "I've been worried about you, Nia. You've been so quiet." Her fingers ran across the edge of my countertop, like she was looking for something I couldn't see. What was she looking for? I told her I was done. Done with the late nights. Done with the chaos. Done with the constant performance that made me feel like a puppet. And she just stared at me, for what felt like an eternity. Then she smiled. But it wasn't kind. It wasn't warm. It was a smile I hadn't seen before. One that sent chills straight through me. She walked towards me, slow, like a predator closing in. "You think you're free?" Her voice was almost a whisper, but it cut through me like glass. "I'm the one who made you. You wouldn't exist without me. You wouldn't be her without me. Do you really think you can just walk away from this? From me? And then she pulled out her phone. She showed me the videos, the ones from months ago, of me spiraling, the ones she posted for the world to see. You want to forget? She chuckled, but it was low, dark. Too bad, Nia. The world remembers. They remember the girl who drank herself into oblivion. The girl who couldn't handle the pressure. The girl who thought she was more than she was. She leaned closer, and I could smell her perfume. Sickly sweet. Like a trap. I'm the reason they know your name. I gave you the world, Nia. And now, I'll take it all back. Her words weren't just words. They were chains. They wrapped around my heart and pulled tight. I tried to move, but my body wouldn't obey. I felt like I was drowning. In her words. In her presence. In the life she made for me. The one I couldn't escape. But I didn't break. Not yet. I pulled myself together, wiped away the tears, and stood tall. Her smile faltered for a moment. But only for a moment. You can't run from me, Naya. You can't unmake what I made. You're mine. Forever. And then she walked out, leaving me with nothing but her words, and the realization that she might be right. I was never just her best friend. I was her creation, her monster, her success. And now she was going to make sure I knew it. Forever. Daily confession. Entry number 5. The price of freedom. It's funny, isn't it? How someone can make you feel like you're free, only to lock you in a cage that's invisible to everyone else. Jordan made sure I never saw the bars. But now, the weight is suffocating. And I can't breathe. I tried to fight it. I really did. But the more I pulled away, the tighter the noose became. Her texts, at first, seemed like concern. But they weren't. They were threats in disguise. Are you sure you're okay? You seem distant. I know you've been struggling, Nia. Maybe we should talk about it. But the second I didn't respond the way she wanted, the second I didn't play my part in her script, she started taking control in other ways. It wasn't long before I started hearing the rumors. People I didn't even know were talking about me. In the grocery store, at the coffee shop, even at my family's house. You okay, Nia? You haven't been posting lately. You've been distant. What's going on with you? And that's when it hit me. Jordan had planted the seed, and now it was blooming, spreading like wildfire. Every corner of my life was infected. She was everywhere, whispering through every person I'd ever known. The worst part? The worst part was that I didn't know who told them. I didn't know who was repeating her words like gospel, because I wasn't just isolated anymore. I was alone. I was disconnected from everything, from the people I trusted, from my dreams, from the life I tried to build. And I was drowning. Her words kept echoing in my head. You're nothing without me. I tried to shut it out, but it was like I couldn't turn off the sound. It was like she was still in my head, pulling every string. I could feel her in my thoughts, in my movements, in the way I felt when I looked in the mirror. She had become a shadow I couldn't outrun. I remember one night, a few days after she came over, I called her. I was shaking. I thought maybe she'd listen this time. Maybe she'd hear the desperation in my voice. But when she answered, there was nothing but a cold smile in her tone. Oh, Nia, she said. You should have known better. You're mine now. No one else will ever want you the way I do. And I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think. I just sat there, the phone still pressed to my ear, feeling like I was falling into the darkest abyss of my life. That was when I realized I wasn't escaping her. I wasn't getting away. She'd already won. She knew exactly what to say, how to twist my words, how to twist my thoughts, how to keep me from ever truly breaking free. I was trapped in her world, and she didn't want me to escape. She wanted me to believe I was nothing without her. She wanted me to lose everything just so she could have me all to herself. The worst part, I believed her. I still believe her. Because every time I try to run, I find myself right back in her grasp. And now, I don't know what scares me more. The idea that I'll never escape, or the fact that I might not want to. Daily Confession, entry number 6, the illusion of escape. I don't know how much longer I can keep pretending that everything is fine, that I'm okay. I thought I was getting better. I really did. But the deeper I go, the more I realize I'm not healing. I'm just sinking. Jordan's grip has tightened so much that I can't tell where I end and where she begins. It's like I'm wearing a mask made of her expectations, a skin that doesn't belong to me anymore. And every time I think I'm about to pull it off, she pulls it tighter. She calls me at night now, almost like clockwork. She'll let it ring, and I'll wait, hoping, praying that I don't pick up. But I do, every time. And when I do, she's always so sweet, so soft. I just wanted to check in, Nia. You still thinking of me? It's like she knows I'm weak. Like she can feel my resistance crumbling beneath her fingertips. Sometimes I hear her laugh on the other end. It's not a friendly laugh. It's dark. A twisted, knowing chuckle. As if she's watching me struggle, waiting for me to fall back into her web. And I do. I do every single time. You don't need anyone else, Nia. You know that, right? Her voice is dripping with honey, but there's something venomous in it. You're mine. You always have been. And you always will be. I wish I could tell you I said something back, that I found the strength to fight her off. But I didn't. I stayed silent. I let her words twist their way into my heart, like a poison I've already swallowed. And then one night, she came over. She didn't ask, she just showed up. I tried to hide it. The panic. The fear. I wanted to tell her to leave, but the words stuck in my throat thick and heavy. She stood in the doorway, watching me, her eyes wide, and she smiled. I'm just checking on you, Nia. Just making sure you're still with me. She walked in like she owned the place, like she had the right to be there. And honestly, I let her. She knew how to break me down piece by piece. She knew the cracks in my armor, and she'd found every single one. It was a game, one I didn't even know I was playing. She sat down next to me. Her presence felt like a weight pressing on my chest. But I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. You were so much better when you had nothing, Nia. Her voice was low now, like a whisper meant for only me. You were raw, real. You didn't care about anyone but us. The dream. Me. You were happy then. I wanted to scream, to shout that I wasn't happy, that I had been dying for so long. But instead I sat there, and I nodded. But now... Her fingers brushed my cheek, and I flinched, but I didn't pull away. Now you've got all these people in your life, all these expectations. You think they want the real you. They want the broken you. The one I made. The one you can't live without. And that's when it hit me. She didn't just want me to stay. She wanted me to believe I was nothing without her. She wanted me to forget I could ever be anything else. She didn't want to love me. She wanted to own me. It's like she's built this cage around my mind, and I'm too scared to leave. Because every time I try, she comes back. Stronger. Faster. She's in my thoughts. She's in my skin. She's in my blood. And when I think I've broken free, when I think I've pulled away, she's there again, waiting, reminding me that she's the only one who ever cared, the only one who truly knows me. I'm not sure how much longer I can keep this up. I feel like I'm disappearing, like every part of me is being erased. Every part of me that doesn't belong to her. And the worst part, I'm starting to think that's what I deserve. Daily confession. Entry number 7. The unraveling. I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know if I ever did. Every day is a blur now, a haze of confusion and fear. I wake up and my mind is already heavy. It's not the kind of tired that a night's sleep can fix. It's the kind of tired that sinks into your bones. The kind of tired that makes you question if sleep is even worth it anymore. It's the silence I can't stand. The silence of being alone with my thoughts. Because when I'm alone, I can hear her. I can feel her, like a cold hand around my throat. And the worst part, I don't want her to stop. I don't want her to let go. Because without her, who am I? I try to distract myself. Work, social media, scrolling through messages, pretending I have a life. But it's all empty. I know that. I can't fool myself anymore. The emptiness is crushing. But every time I pick up the phone, every time I see her name on the screen, I feel a spark. I feel alive for a moment. And that's when the real horror hits. I'm addicted to the pain. I crave it. I crave her. I crave the way she makes me feel small and fragile. Because when I'm small, I belong to her. When I'm fragile, she's the only one who can hold me together. She came over again tonight. I didn't ask her to. She never asks anymore. She just comes. And I let her in. Every time. She knew I was struggling. She always knows. She knew that my grip on reality was slipping. She knew that the silence was breaking me. So she filled it with her voice. She's become the only sound I recognize. I know you're in pain, Nia, she said, her voice low and soothing. But I'm the only one who can save you. And I believed her. I still believe her. I've stopped trying to escape, because I know I can't. And if I could, I wouldn't. Because she's the only thing left that makes sense. She's the only thing left that feels real. You don't need anyone else, she whispers as she sits next to me on the couch. Her fingers curl around mine, her grip strong, and for the first time in days, I feel something close to comfort. They won't understand you the way I do. No one else will ever care for you the way I do. I almost want to scream, but I don't. I'm too scared. Because what if she's right? What if I am nothing without her? What if I am too broken to survive without her? She leans in closer and I can feel her breath against my neck. It's warm. Too warm. It burns. You're mine, Nia. You always will be. No matter what you think. Her words sink into my skin, and I feel them crawling through my veins like poison. But I don't want it to stop. I want it to burn. I want to feel something other than the hollow ache inside me. So I let her in. I let her take me again. And this time, I don't fight. She tells me it's for the best. She tells me I need her. She tells me I'm nothing without her. And when I close my eyes, when I finally let go, I think maybe she's right. Maybe I was nothing before. And maybe I'll be nothing again. But I won't be alone. Not while she's here. Daily confession. Entry number 8. The quiet scream. I tried to scream last night. I swear I did. I felt it in my chest, rising up like a tidal wave, a scream that had been building for months, for years maybe. And when I opened my mouth, nothing came out. It's like I've forgotten how to feel anything else. I'm so numb, I can't even tell when I'm hurting anymore. I've spent so long chasing the illusion of freedom, but now I can't remember what it looked like when I had it. I'm trapped inside my own skin, and I can't find the door. Every day, it's the same thing. I wake up and wonder if this will be the day she leaves me, if this will be the day I finally break free. But no, she's always there, every single time. She doesn't even need to say anything anymore. I can feel her presence in the room like a shadow, whispering my name, telling me I'm not allowed to leave. Last night, I sat in the dark, my hands shaking, wondering what would happen if I just disappeared, if I just let go. But that's the thing. I don't know how to let go anymore. I don't even know if I want to. She told me, "You're mine, Nia. And you always will be. No one else will ever love you the way I do." And I believed her. I still do. I thought it would get easier, but it doesn't. It just gets worse. Her words wrap around me like chains, tighter, heavier, colder. They're in everything. In the way I breathe, in the way I eat, in the way I move. She has me so tangled up in her lies that I'm not sure where I end and she begins. And when I think I'm free, when I think I'm strong enough to break away, she finds me. She's always waiting, and she knows exactly what to say. "You can't live without me, Nia. You know that, don't you?" She doesn't even need to touch me anymore. Her voice is enough to pull me back in. I've never felt more alive, and yet more dead than I do when I'm with her. I don't think anyone could ever understand this. Not the way I do, not the way she does. Every day I wonder if this is it, if this is where I'll finally break. But every time I feel myself slipping, she's right there, pulling me back. It's the only thing I know anymore. And I don't know how to leave. I don't know if I even want to. Daily confession. Entry number 9. The absence of self. I can't tell where the pain ends and the numbness begins. It's like I'm drowning in both at the same time. Every morning, I wake up with a weight on my chest, as if someone is pressing down on me, suffocating me before I can even breathe. And I know who it is. I know who's sitting on my chest. And I let her. Jordan hasn't said a word in hours, but I feel her. I feel her watching me. And every time I try to escape her, she pulls me back. I've stopped looking in mirrors. I'm afraid of what I'll see. I don't recognize myself anymore. The girl staring back at me isn't me. She's someone I used to be. Someone I tried to be. But now she's fading. When I look at her, I can't see the person I used to love. I can't see the girl who had dreams, who had a future. All I see now is a broken shell. And when I try to move, when I try to fight it, I feel Jordan's hands around my throat. "You're mine, Nia." That's all she says now. And every time she says it, I feel a little more of me disappear. It's like she's not just controlling me, she's erasing me. I've stopped trying to talk to anyone. No one gets it. No one sees the way she's woven herself into every thought, every breath. The few times I tried to reach out for help, her voice echoed in my mind, telling me I didn't need anyone. "They won't understand you, Nia. You don't need them. You need me." And now I believe her. I don't need anyone. I only need her. She's everywhere. Everywhere I go. Her presence clings to the air, a suffocating force that never lets me go. I can't escape her. I can't escape myself. When I walk, I hear her footsteps beside me even if she's not there. When I try to sleep, I feel her fingers in my hair. When I close my eyes, I see her face. Her eyes dark, knowing. She's always there, always watching. I hear her laugh sometimes. It's not a sound I enjoy anymore. It's a sound that makes my skin crawl, like I'm being dragged into the abyss. But I can't stop it. I can't stop her. The worst part? I think I'm starting to forget who I was before her. I think I'm starting to forget what it was like to be whole. Because now I'm just a part of her. I'm just an extension of her. And if I'm honest with myself, I think that's what I want. I want to belong to her completely. The fear, it doesn't scare me anymore. Because I'm not scared of her. I'm scared of me. I'm scared of what I'll become without her. I'm scared of what will happen if I ever wake up. I can't fight this. I can't fight her. So I just let go. Daily confession. Entry number 10. The bleeding mind. I don't know what's real anymore. I can't tell if I'm dreaming or if I'm awake. But I know one thing. I'm losing myself. Piece by piece. Day by day. There's this constant buzzing in my ears now. A hum that never stops. It sounds like her voice, whispering from the corners of my mind. You're mine, Naya. And when I try to escape it, it just gets louder. I think the worst part of all this is how quiet it is. It's the silence before the storm. The silence when I'm alone in my room, and I can feel her presence without even seeing her. It's as though she's always standing just behind me, watching me with those dark, hollow eyes. But I never turn around. I can't. I'm too afraid to see what's lurking there. The days blend together. I can't remember if it's Monday or Friday. I don't care anymore. Time doesn't matter when she's in control. She's stolen that from me too. I tried to look in the mirror today, just to see if I still looked like the girl I used to be. But the reflection? It wasn't me. It was someone else. Someone who didn't belong in my skin. Her face stared back at me. Jordan's face. But it wasn't just her face. It was mine too. We were one. The lines between us were blurring so much, I couldn't tell where she ended and I began. You're nothing without me, Naya. Her voice echoed in my head again, and I couldn't argue with her. Because I don't know who I am anymore. And deep down, I think I'm terrified of finding out. I don't know how much longer I can do this. I feel like I'm holding on to the last thread of my sanity. But it's fraying, slowly unraveling with each passing moment. Every time I try to break free, she pulls me back. And the worst part is, I let her. Every single time. I don't know when it happened, but at some point, I stopped wanting to escape. I stopped wanting to be saved. I stopped wanting to be whole. Because when I'm with her, even if it's all a lie, it feels like I belong. It feels like I matter. Even if that matter is just a shadow of who I used to be. I wonder if anyone will notice. Will anyone care when I finally fall apart? But deep down, I know they won't. I don't have anyone left. Not really. I still try to reach out sometimes, but the message is always the same. You don't need them. And I know she's right. I don't need anyone. I just need her. But I feel something else now. Something darker. Something that makes me shudder just thinking about it. When she's around, I feel a strange pull inside me. A part of me that is almost hungry. Hungry for more of her control. More of her attention. More of her presence. You belong to me, Nia. And I'll never let you go. The words send a shiver down my spine. But they also fill me with something else. something I can't name. I don't know if it's love. I don't know if it's fear. I don't know if it's both. All I know is that I'm losing myself, and I don't know if I want to be found. Daily confession. Entry number 11. The final confession. I don't know when it happened, but somewhere along the way, I stopped fighting. I don't know if I can pinpoint the exact moment when I chose to let go. Maybe it was when Jordan's voice became the only sound I could hear. Maybe it was when the weight of her presence in my life felt like it was the only thing holding me up. Maybe it was when I realized that I had already drowned. I just hadn't let myself believe it yet. But now I do. I think I've accepted that the girl who started this journey, the one with dreams and hopes, doesn't exist anymore. She's gone. And all that's left is me and Jordan, together, but not really. It's not love anymore. It's something darker. I used to want to escape. I used to dream of freedom. But now, I'm not sure I know what freedom even looks like. There are days when I look at the world through a fog, like I'm watching it from behind a glass wall, disconnected from everyone and everything. But Jordan's always there, always watching, always waiting for me to make a mistake, to slip, to fall. And every time I do, she's there to catch me, to hold me close, to whisper, "It's okay, Nia. You're mine, and you always will be." I've stopped trying to resist. I've stopped wondering what could have been, because what could have been is irrelevant now. I've let go of the past. I've let go of the future. I am a shell, a memory, a dream that never woke up. And maybe that's what she wanted all along. For me to stop dreaming. For me to stop wanting anything more than her. I don't have anything left to give. And that's fine. Because in the end, it was never about me. It was never about my dreams. It was about her and how much she wanted to see me burn. I think I'm done writing. I don't know what else to say. This is the end of my story. The end of the person I used to be. And the beginning of whatever comes next. But for now, I'm just here. And I don't know how long I'll stay. But I'll stay as long as she needs me to. Listeners, I need your help. I've lost myself. I don't know where I go from here. So I'm asking you, what should I do? Should I keep living in this shadow, this never-ending loop of self-destruction? Or is there a way out of this? Can I break free from her hold? Or is it too late? Let me know. Because I don't know the answer anymore.